Position. So it sounds like they're actually preparing for you to bust through that door, and this will be
Okay.
your second encounter. So I don't think anyone. Yeah, I think a couple daily powers have been used, but you guys have not used any action points. You guys have not used any action points, so you guys will. If you don't use an action point this round, you can't save 2 for the last encounter. So you basically have to use an action point this round if you want to. You don't have to use it, but that's why it's there. You have 2 of them to use. So there's 3
And that,
encounters and 2 points to use.
I
so
forget.
that's 2 dailies. Is that correct?
Yeah, 2 dailies as well. So that's just the way, because we're not doing long rests and everything else. Basically, your encounter powers reset after every encounter. And I know that's not by the book, but this is like I said, this is a time constrained one shot. So your encounter powers reset. Your healing surges never reset. So once you use your healing surges and you get to 0, you're out of healing surges. But you do have 2 healing potions as well in your inventory. So you can go down and go into the inventory, and you can actually click on the potion, and the magic item card will pop up for you and tell you what it does. So.
I
Okay,
forget
so
who.
I tell these guys that there's definitely guys on the side, on the other side of that door, and they're waiting for us. So who wants to take lead?
Yeah, it definitely sounds like they're definitely preparing for your attack, because you can hear multiple. It sounds like there's all kinds of different pitches and ranges and voice, so you can definitely tell that there are more in this room than there were in the room that you just encountered the last batch. GG, what were you trying to say?
I forget who, but I have a strategy where everyone busts in, but someone, I forget who, has a teleport. They could teleport behind the orcs and surprise attack them.
That would be good, but then that person could possibly be surrounded by orcs, which is not really a good thing.
And I have low armor class, so I would get fried. What we could do is if we're trying to set up a situation where one person is taking more focus, I have a spell that we can trick the orcs into thinking something is much scarier than it actually is.
Alright, so what are you guys doing? You guys busting through the door or what?
I'm gonna go in last, you guys. You guys got to go in ahead of me. I'm very frail.
Well, since we don't have a rogue, we don't have any way to find out if there's any traps, correct?
You do not have a rogue, sir.
Hey Dave, got a quick question.
Sure.
Since I crit my perception, is there any chance I can do a perception roll to get a general idea of how they're arranged in there?
Not with the door closed. No. It's a nice try though. That was
Well, it's insight.
Yeah. Well, insight is when you're able to determine that someone's feeding you bull crap. If somebody's trying to talk to you, you can tell that they're bull crapping you. So.
Hey,
in that
Dave.
case, I'm opening up the door.
Oh wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I try to shoot an arrow into the door and to try to use as a peephole?
Sure, but it doesn't work. The door's too thick, so it's a really sturdy oak door. So it's just like the other door that you had come through when you first came into the first chamber. It's probably about 3 to 4 feet thick. So it was a pretty sturdy door.
All right.
We could just wait.
Do a free action and tell the group, I hope we got a bottleneck up ahead. So if we get attacked, we can keep the limit of attackers.
We could just wait it out, and then they would think that we left or something, drove forward or something, and we could break in.
I'm opening the door, GG. I'm going to see you on the other side.
Let's do this.
YOLO!
Had to do my dirt impersonation.
Yeah, just YOLO. Alright, so let me open up the door for you there, Gim. Alright, so as you bust open the door, you see that there is a cauldron in the middle of this room that is bubbling atop a blazing fire. You can also see a banquet table to the northern side of the room, which several of you in the front, like Gim, and probably the cleric, you can see that there is a large banquet table. You also get hit with a very nauseous smell, with the smell of rotten food, probably what they're eating. And you also notice that there are many orcs standing around the room, snarling, aiming bows at you, holding weapons, holding axes, and they are poised and ready for battle. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. And you guys notice a couple things. You notice that the illumination of the room is definitely lit. There are candles on the table. Also, the ceiling is also 20 foot high in this room, as in the last chamber. Like I said, on the table, you can see lots of, like, there are large chunks of meat. Looks like the head of a pig up there. And that's about it. Looks like across the room as well, towards the west, you can see that there is what appears to be a door or a walkway on the other side. And then there's the cauldron in the middle with the fire, the fire wrapping up around the cauldron. And you also see several large stacks of lumber as well, probably to feed the fire for the cauldron, so they're probably cooking something nice and gooey and yucky. So, alright, so that's what you guys see. Those are all of the features of the area. So you guys have rolled. I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative now. Alright. Wow.
Alright, we're missing GG in the initiative.
And
add myself.
You guys notice that there's probably at least a dozen orcs in here from what you can see. Alright, so GG, you said did you roll already, GG? Did you roll your initiative?
No, how do I?
You just target your token and hit the initiative button that pops up, top left-hand corner. Alright, so it looks like you rolled. There you go, you got a 13. So I'm going to start rolling some initiatives here. I just wanted to make sure you guys got into the tracker first. So bear with me just a second while I add these. There's a couple orcs in here, huh?
Yeah, a couple.
We got this.
And just remember, some of these are probably minions, so usually when they throw this many at you, they're usually not all full hit point type of creatures, That is just one of the, the mechanics of monster mechanics anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and do these in descending order. So it looks like the ranger gets to go first.
Alright, I'm going to move on up.
You gotta move
Can I stand in the door? Can I stand in the doorway right here, or do I have to move further in?
You can stand in the door. You can't stand in a space that Rack is in, but yeah, you can stand right there.
Alright, cool. And I'd like to, for my minor, I want to use my Regal Lion stance.
Alright.
And I'm going to do Clever Shot on this guy right here.
I'm gonna get a snack. I'll be right back.
Alright. Grab me one while you're at it. Thank you. right, so you rolled a 3, so 13. Yeah, so if you forget to add the modifier, we'll just add the modifier in. So, all right, so you rolled a 13 versus which orc now were you attacking? All right.
This guy right here.
All right, so that's definitely it's a close miss, but one of your arrows
for some reason
basically.
it keeps double rolling for me. I don't know what it is. I press it and it double rolls.
That's weird. Yeah, it's just really slow for me. So, yeah, your attack misses. So we're going to. I'm going to go ahead and hold an attack. I've got a. I'm going to hold the action.
Did you do the +2? Add the +2 for my modifier? Because I was in the stance, so it should have been 15.
Yeah,
15 actually.
Okay, so that would still be a miss. Barely a miss. So. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hold an action. So, Rack, you're up.
Okay, I'm going in. I'm going to use a duelist assist. Duelist assault. If I hit, I get a +4. I'm going to attack this guy.
Alright, so go ahead and what path of movement are you going to take? Are you just going to, are you charging right in, or are you... Okay. So funny. Alright, go ahead and attack. DC of 20. Alright, so that's a hit, and you destroy this orc in one shot. You basically cut him in half. This guy was a minion. So, if you guys are going to travel through a corpse that has an X on it, that costs you 2 movement instead of 1, because that's basically a... it's not a hazard, but it's just rough terrain, so... It'll cost you 2 squares to move through, so... Alright, anything else for you there, Rack? Are you done?
I'm finished.
Alright, Zantag, you're up.
Alright, Druid's going to move right there. Wolf's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit right there.
And what path are you taking?
I was just looking in the chat, and everyone Twitch chat is wondering what class everyone is.
Okay, so let's see. I can go ahead and you guys want to go ahead and just let everybody know what classes you're playing real quick. That'll be cool.
Okay, I'm Stormwulf. I am currently playing Zantag, a druid.
I'm Rock, and I'm playing the fighter.
This is Mickey Switch, and I'm the ranger.
This is Vincent. I'm playing Farak the Wizard.
I'm Groogle. I'm playing Dritston the Cleric.
Go ahead, GG. I think you're the last one.
I'm Greg, and I'm playing. I'm Iku, and I'm playing Warlock.
Alright, there you go, guys.
And of course, as a minor for the wolf, his aura.
Absolutely.
And now for his attack.
Okay. All of those orcs that you guys, that is an attack. That attack is actually a miss. Now, what's funny is those orcs that you guys encountered last time all had like an encounter power that I never got to use on those because you guys killed those things so quick. They all had a like a self-heal encounter power with a free attack, and I never got to use those. That was pretty insane. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, good job, guys. I mean, seriously. All right, so your attack misses on the berserker. Anything else for you, Zantag? We're moving on, sir.
Nope, that's it. Except for free action.
Hey, what's up there, to order?
You'll get him next time. Just
haven't seen
dodge
you in a
those
while.
attacks of his. Don't die on me.
Speaking of which, the Berserker is riposting the attack of the wolf. And he is going to go ahead and use his Great Axe. He was just waiting for that wolf to attack, and he basically, as Snots jumped onto him, he jumped onto the shaft of the two-handed axe, and he just pushed the wolf back down on the ground and said, "Get down, dog." Actually called Snots a mutt, man. What's up with that?
Snots growls at him in reply.
Alright, so basically the orc drops his axe because I rolled a natural 1, so that is a critical fumble. He dropped his axe, and he will have to pick it up next round. So the orcs are definitely not off to a strong start.
Snots gives a wolf-like snicker at him.
Alright, so, and then I'm going to go ahead and shift. No, I'm going to go ahead and stay here. Next up, I'm going to come up. What are the movements on these guys? Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to go ahead and attack the wolf. I will not get combat advantage. It's not flanking or anything, so. And this drudge is attacking. Oh, wow. A 25 versus armor class, so the wolf takes 5 damage.
He yelps.
Yeah. Is he bloodied or no?
No, he just did 5 youth, right?
Oh, yep, just 5 flat damage. Next up is this orc right here. Looks like he is also charging up to engage the wolf as well. Oh man, this is... Roll20 is so slow right now, guys. So now I'm going to get a flanking bonus, and I will take a +2. So now I get a +11 to hit because of the flank bonus. Alright, so that is a 23 versus armor class, which I'm sure that's a hit as well. And Snots takes an additional 5 damage.
He yelps, and blood drips to the floor.
Oh, you are bloodied, huh? Don't zoinks.
Well, he only has 20 hit points, and you took 10 away, so.
Man. Alright, so that's it for him. The cleric is up now. What would you like to do, Mr. Dridson?
Let's see here. Move up and help out the wolf. I'm going to attack with, what is it, Sunburst?
Okay.
Yeah, Sunburst.
Alright, so Sunburst is a encounter power, so no problem. And that is a Wisdom versus Armor class. Very nice.
Ouch.
Alright, so you swing, and the orc basically looks back at you. He's able to turn towards you, and with his club, he's able to actually knock your mace away. Almost disarms you, but you're able to hold on to it, so you don't lose your weapon. Alright, so that's it. You guys have action points as well, so do you want to take an action point, or are you done?
I'll use my action point. Let's see here. And just attack with Blessing of Battle.
Alright.
An exact same roll.
Ooh, horrible, man. Man. RN Jesus was not in your corner this round, so yep. Another miss, another parry, and the orc snarls at you and laughs. Pitiful holy man. You should stick to reading books.
But I'm nothing but consistent.
Alright, Farnak, you're up, man.
Okay, I'm gonna move this way.
Alright,
then,
what path of movement are you looking to take? Do you guys know how to do a path of movement? Move your token back to where you were. All right, now you guys can go ahead and test this out. So all you have to do is highlight your token, and when you highlight your token, go ahead and press the space bar. And when you press the space bar, you hold down the left button at the same time, and you can basically, every point, you can press the space bar again, and you'll see a yellow line come up. So, like this. Oh yeah, we were trying to do it at the same time. I'm using Farnak, so hold on one. Yeah, did you see how you did that,
Yeah.
Farnak? Yeah, but for you can't move through a wall like that. So what you want to do is every time you move to the next space or the next square, just press the space bar again, and it'll put another connecting point to each place that you're, wanting to go to. Yeah, perfect, just like that. That's a pretty cool feature, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was added in for I believe rugged reroll. So a nice Roll20 feature. So all right, so you move up 30 feet, and you notice that there are quite a few orcs up this way. And as you get in, the northern end of the room starts to enlighten a little more with your vision, and you can see that there are more standing against the wall as well.
Okay, well, I am going to use Burning Hands.
All right, so that is a 5x5. So let me give you a 5x5 block. I'm going to let you control it as well. So move that box wherever you want to move it. That purple box there right behind you. And that will cover 5x5, and cover will block it as well. So the cauldron.
How do I get control of it?
You should already have. Oh, actually, I need to put it on the correct layer. So there you go. It's on the player layer now. So go ahead and move it. Where would you like to put it? Okay,
right there.
All right. So it will affect one. Looks like it'll affect 4 orcs actually.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one that has cover, so it will not.
Oh,
will
from
not
the cauldron.
Yeah, the cauldron. Yeah, the cauldron's about 5 feet tall, so I'll say that he has cover. So I'll give you a -2 to hit on that orc down there. So, but you'll still affect 5 orcs. So, all right, let's go ahead and start with this orc right here in front of you, and that is a 9 versus reflex, which is a miss.
Plus, it has plus 7 because I didn't put the math in.
All right.
Actually, David, question: Does he get the bonus from the Wolf's Aura with that spell, or no?
Well, it does grant combat advantage, so technically it would just be a normal roll, because the -2 from cover and the +2 would basically negate each other out. So
yeah,
you could just do another normal roll. So all right, your first attack.
Was it 16 versus reflex?
Yep, this orc is definitely dead. So second orc, let's go ahead and do that attack. That's also another barbecued orc. Next up is the orc above it. Having a barbecue in here, Farnak. That is as well a hit.
Yes, I am.
And another death. Next up is the orc holding the bow. That is a miss.
And on a miss, it takes half damage.
Let's see. The minions, a missed attack never damages a minion, so that overrides that, which is no problem. And finally, the orc down cover in the cauldron. He as well explodes and erupts into fire as well. So, very nice job. You killed 4 out of 5 orcs. You gave yourselves a little bit of breathing room as well.
And then I'm going to use my action point.
All right. And what is your next action?
Smells like burnt orc in here.
And I'm assuming I can see well enough on the other side of this table to target those creatures, correct?
Absolutely. This one will have cover of +2. And this will also have +2 because of where you're at. So yeah, you can definitely attack them, but they'll all have a +2 because of the cover of the table. So it's a rather large table, as you can see.
Okay. So
what's up there, Blade? Yeah, you're a little late, bud.
I'm going to use Arc Lightning.
Ago. Okay, Arc Lightning. Which two would you like to attack?
The top two on the left.
Alright, sounds like a winner. I think that's another reflex attack, so feel free to
yes,
attack
it is.
away.
Okay, I'm going to get the one in the corner first.
Alright, -2 on that. So a 21, which was still a hit. So he is also dead as well. The lightning charges around his body and basically engulfs him, and he is electrocuted to death. And now the final one. That is a miss.
Oh, so sad.
Nice job, though. You killed 5 orcs in 1 round. That's pretty darn good. Alright, so now I have that dead orc I'm taking out of the turn tracker.
Dave, it's not a barbecue until the wizard pulls out his spells.
Yeah.
I know, tell me about it. Alright, that is dead. That is dead. So now, GG, you're up now.
Okay, I'm going to move forward 6 spaces.
Alright, you can move up 6 spaces. Alright, now which way were you moving there, GG? Instead of just kind of moving through the wall there. Go back to where you were. I think you were right here, right? Alright, so select your token and hold down the left button and press the space bar. And every time you move a square, press the space bar again, and it will basically make a connect the lines. I just want to see the route that you're taking. Kind of showing you guys how to do that. Okay. So just I need to do a roll for you. Alright, so just before you get to this square right here, as soon as you, well, I did a perception roll for you here, but as soon as you moved into this square here, the floor opens up beneath you, and a pit opens up. Man, I'm so mean. I'm doing this to a young time.
Is there anything I can do to stop?
Now,
like, is there enough time?
Well, the attacks, the traps actually in 4th edition attack you. So I'm going to go ahead and roll an attack. And if the attack hits you, then you are literally in the pit. If the attack misses you, then you can be 1 square out of the trap. That's how it works in 4th edition with traps. So I'm going to go ahead and attack you versus your reflex.
My reflex is 15.
Okay. So you are able to, I rolled a 14 versus reflex, so you can go ahead and place your token 1 square if you'd like to stay here, here, or here. You just place your token any one of those adjacent squares. Or you can actually stay here as well, so you can move down 1 more to your lower left as well. Okay, so there you go. So as you charge into the room and you're feeling all frisky like you're going to bust some orc skulls, the floor opens up beneath you and you skirt along the edge of the pit and you actually avoid it. So good job, man. But now there's a big 10-foot deep hole there. That's why I've been asking you guys on what path you're taking. So, all right. So what are you doing, Eco? Are you casting an Eldritch Bolt?
Yes, I'm going to cast a bolt on him.
Okay, I seen which one you were marking, so feel free to attack away.